Alright, waiting for it. There it goes. Alright. Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Colorful versus Hawk. This game taking place here on Last Refuge. Here we have Colorful spawning as the red Night Elf on the bottom left-hand side of the map. On the other side of the map, we have Hawk spawning as the blue human. Human versus Night Elf in this 1v1 matchup. And you know, I am going to continue to cast these games a little bit in Reforged until they add a little bit more polish to the game. I do like the new assets, but it does still seem like it's floating on top of the ground a little bit too much, and therefore maybe they're trying to make sure that the units don't like sink into the ground. You can actually take a look. If you take a look at these guys here, super up close, like this guy really isn't standing on the ground, but based upon how you're looking at him, he's actually sunk in a little bit as opposed to kind of floating. It seems like the units kind of float a little bit more in the WarCraft 3 Reforged, and therefore it just looks a little bit odd to my eyes. I don't know if they're going to be able to find some natural middle ground, or if I just need to train my eyes. I will say something about WarCraft 3 Reforged after watching a couple of those replays and casts back from the Back to Warcraft guys. There are actually good benefits and upgrades that you don't normally get in WarCraft 3, the Frozen Throne version. Upgrading of scout towers to arcane towers, you actually see a progress and know how far along that arcane tower is in terms of being able to be fully converted. That visual indicator, that visual cue, gives an advantage to Warcraft, to the attacker, saying, you know what, that just started upgrading, and I don't need to go ahead and try and figure out when that is going to convert. Demon Hunter is going to be coming out from Colorful. Meanwhile, it should be an Archmage. Yeah, Archmage already trained out by Hawk, as it's going to perhaps try to drop down some water elementals. Well, first trying to disrupt this Wisp right there. The Wisp able to back away, and it is now going to be backing up. However, the Demon Hunter is already inbound. And with an inbound Demon Hunter, well, there should be a potential mana burns. As you can take a look, I believe there was a detonation right there, allowing the Demon Hunter actually getting a little bit of experience, and now going for Immolation. Immolation, massive damage across multiple units. Demon Hunter Footman is going to try and back away, double backs around, ends up getting taken down. Demon Hunter almost at level 2 already, but it is going to drain a lot of mana. Moonwells end up taking far too much damage here. You can see the Demon Hunter taking a lot of damage as the peasants, are they going to be able to finish it off? Scroll of Town Portal used at the last possible moment. Archmage, will it be able to get to level 2 off of this kill? That is incredibly important. Meanwhile, down here, Demon Hunter using up all of the Moonwells, getting only back up to 250 hit points. That is a very big risk versus reward strategy opening off the bat. As you can see, the Demon Hunter cannot do any high risk maneuvers until those Moonwells have a bit more moon juice. Demon Hunter now making its way back around, perhaps going to construct additional get additional Moonwells, getting back up to 423 hit points as the units now move on out. Hawk is in a comfortable situation now. He knows that the Demon Hunter has to stay a little bit close to home, and he has free reign to try and clear out at least his side of the map while building on this economic advantage. You can take a look, this arcane tower right here, you can just see it being upgraded, and well, we see the progress bar, but that is not always visible, or it takes a little bit more time to even click on it to keep track of that particular upgrade. All right, Forest Troll High Priest going to get taken down. There it goes. Demon Hunter picks up a Belt of Giant Strength, and with that is going to be able to do a little bit more too. Demon Hunter now making its way over. Water Elemental taking a large amount of damage. Let's take a look. Forest Troll Trapper could get taken down. That's more units trying to run back away as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest is down to 30 hit points. Is the Archmage going to be able to get there in time? I don't believe so. There is enough Moonwell juice to keep that Shadow Priest alive, and there it goes. It is going to try and stay alive a little while longer. That Shadow Priest, incredibly important during the early stages in order to abolish magic. Now, the tech to tier 2 should be getting started here momentarily. We can see that there is a scout tower already in position as the Demon Hunter and now Footman running back to this main base here. Are we perhaps going to see an Ancient of War taken out? There is only one Ancient of War. A lot of archers now making their way off to the north, and with only one arcane tower, that may not be enough natural defense. Footmen are trying to perhaps disrupt a lot of the wisp mining here. You're going to play a game of whack-a-mole as those wisps hide inside that entangled gold mine as much as possible. Demon Hunter is coming across with Immolation, trying to fight inside a Moonwell base is rather scary as the units are all now looking to back away again. Archmage does not have a scroll, well, should be using that replenishment potion, didn't have the arcane vault, but luckily an earlier replenishment potion is going to make up for that loss, being able to get more hit points and more mana. Demon Hunter running straight on in. You do not want to take feedback damage right there. Still taking more feedback damage as the unit's now looking to back again. There you go. Demon Hunter now out of mana. Demon Hunter still getting that Footman kill though as the units are fighting their way through. Alright, Arcane Tower should be switching back over to that Forest Troll Shadow Priest instead as the Demon Hunter at level 2, perhaps trying to get to level 3 here, saying run around the corners, being able to get in some easy shots once more. Hawk still has a supply advantage, but it may not necessarily transmit into anything much as the Demon Hunter and Archmage both have boots of speed. Back in the center portion of the map, if the Night Elf player all of a sudden, yes, hires up a Naga Sea Witch, all of a sudden this fight can go sideways very, very fast. Low hit point Footman. Is it going to get taken down? No. Going after some of those other units instead. Hawk is going to be able to back away with those units. One more shot. There it goes as the Naga is getting some experience. However, more damage coming in. Archmage gets to level 3. Level 2 Water Elemental going to be dropped as the Naga Sea Witch tries to fight back against all of these units here. As you're going to see another, wow, that archer able to escape at 10 hit points. The Forest Troll Berserker getting into harm's way to try and save the units. Demon Hunter still chasing after. Archmage is in serious trouble, will be forced to retreat back. Archer drinks up that Moonwell juice, and now 3 footmen are there. They may end up, well, overcommitting a bit too much as well. Demon Hunter, well, should be showing up to the party. There is a good amount of defend coming back across, reflecting some of that damage. And if the Forest Troll Shadow Priest is not careful, could end up getting taken out. There goes that footman finally getting taken down there. Archer could get taken down, but the Naga Sea Witch is going to benefit from a little bit of extra experience as we go into dual Ancients of Lore. Coming back down to the south here, let's take a look. Well, you see a Tree of Life. It is under construction. Colorful is looking to set up his own expansion. We get that economic upgrade underway. We are at tier 2 already. Rifleman getting added in as well as we're looking at, well, a Naga Sea Witch coming in from Hawk as well. Naga Sea Witch from Hawk, boots of speed may be given over to that Naga Sea Witch. And what can we really expect to see as we're now going into dual arcane sanctums? Dual sanctums, sorceresses and priests perhaps with rifles. The classic rifle caster matchup should be able to deal damage to, well, all of these units, slow them down, as both sides now with very similar army compositions, but the way they got there was in fact very different. Archmage is at 3, Naga Sea Witch is at 1, Demon Hunter going to make its way over. Demon Hunter perhaps going to try to get some mana burns there again as the Sobi Mask drops for that Archmage. Sobi Mask very important for that Archmage, trying to drop those water elementals. However, the Demon Hunter may be able to mana burn much of that damage off as the Forest Troll High Priest will get taken down. Demon Hunter now purposely pulling units from this Goblin Merchant shop away. The Ogre Magi only bloodlusting a single target there and not even joining in on the fight. One of the reasons why you try to naturally separate some of that damage across multiple units, and by doing so, you take out a much easier. Well, let's take a look at this. Forest Troll Trapper could get taken down. Who's going to get that kill? Kill goes to Colorful. That was an easy bit of experience, just completely lost right there. Meanwhile, well, Priest's going to double back around as the Naga Sea Witch gets up to level 3. Alright, not a good spot to be in. Demon Hunter now trying to back away. Footmen with defend perhaps should put down their shields here in just a moment as the units are now looking to back up once more. Alright, I didn't even notice this, but yeah, all footmen are left-handed in both versions of the game, or at least they swing their swords with their left hand as they're going to engage once more. Alright, Forest Troll, Shadow Priest, Dryads, Footmen with Defend. Defend can be thrown up and it will reflect that about those poison spears and slow down your opponent. Demon Hunter, Potion of Greater Healing quickly being used. Fork Lightning finishing off multiple Footmen right there as the Demon Hunter should be able to take them down. Another Water Elemental going to be dropped off here. Dryad could easily just, abolish magic, finish it off. 29 free experience as a Footman throws himself into that creep camp to deny a bit of experience again. Hawk is in serious trouble, trying to retreat back down to 191 mana burn as the units are trying to double back away. Let's take a look. We're going to see a little bit of healing as the Demon Hunter does not want to stick around for this fight. Militia joining in on the fight as well. Let's take a look as the Naga Sea Witch gets to level 2. Fork Lightning is going to go down. Well, Forest Troll Shadow Priest could get taken out here, down to 53 hit points, down to dead as the Archmage, sits at level 3. After that exchange there, both sides have similar armies. We are only at tier 2 for Hawk. Meanwhile, Colorful is in fact at tier 3. You see Tree of Eternity mastery training on those bears now done, and they will be able to deal significant damage as well. Already dealing 21 to 30 damage, nothing to really sneeze at, but doesn't get the benefits of any of those upgrades. Alright, Druid of the Claw gonna go ahead and finish off some units here. Naga Sea Witch gonna pick up a Tome of Intelligence. No, apparently doesn't want the extra damage. Demon Hunter tries to, constantly do a little bit of harassment here as we're still looking at the Rifleman getting in some nice shots once more. Cold arrows, Demon Hunter being forced to back away. Rifleman able to finish off the Ogre Mauler. And, are we gonna see a level up? Not just quite yet. Forest Troll Berserker, one more unit coming back in. Mana burn onto the Naga Sea Witch. Unit's going to try and turn back around. Riflemen are going to engage once more. Alright, Spellbreakers now joining in on the fight. Spellbreakers going after all these units. Dryads are going to get finished off very easily. Militia now joining in on the fight as the bears show up to tear apart all of those Spellbreakers here. Sorceresses, however, could get some big slow across all of these units, and now whoever is fleeing ends up taking the most of the damage. Demon Hunter still has a Potion of Greater Healing ready to go. It is going to be used. Drops the Belt of Giant Strength to pick it back up to maximize the effectiveness of that heal. Alright, still happening here. We're looking at the Demon Hunter having a horrible day. Does have Boots of Speed, but Cold Arrows and Slow more than enough to, slow it down to take extra damage. Naga Sea Witch does not have a Staff of Preservation as of yet, and that is the big surprise right now. No Staff of Preservation. Both sides also sitting in this low upkeep hell right now. 59 supply compared to 56. You don't really have an army size advantage, and you're still getting taxed at that same rate. Demon Hunter looking to back away once more. Druid of the Claw now going to back up as well. Naga Sea Witch sitting at level 2, nearly at level 3 as it looks to, retreat. Demon Hunter Rejuvenation and Mortar Team now out onto the battlefield as well. Bears are going to be making their way off to the north, perhaps try to put pressure on the actual expansion. There are a good number of Spellbreakers. Units need to double back around, getting caught in transit. That is not what you want to see. Those are expensive units. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter is still right here, getting constantly rejuvenated. Militia now going to be joining in on the fight. Naga Sea Witch is there as well, as you see the Dryad now trying to back away. Alright, Arcane Dower causing some major problems. We could see the Bears lose quite a bit of mana as well. Units are now trying to make their way back. No Stormbolt, and I don't see even that many slows right now to try and pick off this fleeing army. Alright, Sorceresses are now trying to make their way over, but Colorful decides, he's going to back away, and Hawk decides not to chase at this point, instead looking to clear out some more creep camps, perhaps get to level 3 on that Naga Sea Witch. It looks like that Tome of Intelligence was eventually picked up. Demon Hunter spending his extra gold on a Scroll of Healing on both the Demon Hunter and that Naga Sea Witch. So damage across the board is going to be much more difficult to try and clear up. Shockwave going through much of that middle line right now. Archmage does have a Scroll of Town Portal. Naga Sea Witch is right there. There was a Mortar Team death right there as we're looking at the Overlord, perhaps going to end up getting taken down here in just a moment. Are we going to see Demon Hunter? No, Demon Hunter decides not to put pressure inside the main base, instead gonna clear a red creep camp of his own. Decision making absolutely important as the Troll Berserkers now all taken down. Archmage with Unholy Aura, faster movement speed. Hawk at 80 supply compared to his opponent's 76 right now. We're going to look at perhaps the mortar teams try and take down these trees. There it goes. Should really not, well, open things up, and this path here, Archmage going to go ahead and make its way through. It is healing rather fast, trying to open up this area right here and now. All right, towers are in position to try and protect. A third base now going to get added. Naga Sea Witch shows up to the party, and it is going to try and put pressure as the Arcane Tower does a little bit of feedback. All right, Dryad should not... That is a very dangerous spot for the Dryads to be. Workshop going to be coming across. Peasants are now going to perhaps purposely try to bait his units back on the inside, as a Workshop will get taken down, but really not necessarily that scary. Meanwhile, Archmage and Naga Sea Witch are going to be putting pressure here as well. All right, Ancient of Lore going to go ahead and double back around. This is going to turn into a base trade, perhaps, as building after building is going to end up being lost. 4 mortar teams from Hawk could actually deal terrible, terrible damage. Perhaps taking down the Ancient of Lore. That Ancient of Lore going to get shot down here in just a moment. There it goes. Now go after the Tree of Eternity, and then all of a sudden, all of your production buildings are that much more difficult to try and take out. This is turning into a massive base race as the main keep is going to get taken down. Let's take a look at this. Mortar team's going to try and back up here. The Town Hall has been destroyed, but only about 6 minutes of mining left. Mortar team trying to come back around. Archmage is here. Can we see a scroll of healing being used as the units are trying to engage again? Mortar team trying to double back around. Naga Sea Witch now at 5 as the units are just splatting all of those Dryads. 65 compared to 67 right now. Dryads are getting destroyed. Mortar teams trying to win out on these fights. Naga Sea Witch, Fork Lightning. What is going on here? Bears could end up getting taken down here pretty quickly as well. There's a handful of low hit point bears. Why aren't they going to get taken down? There's a Fork Lightning. There goes a bear. We could see another bear death here. There you go. Can hardly bear it as these bears are just eating through so many units. Fork Lightning going through again. Naga Sea Witch, Rifleman trying to turn back around. Again, Mortar Team's going to be able to splash up some more damage as we're looking at the Archmage trying to push in. Let's take a look. So much damage, or so many low hit point bears, but not having enough time to actually focus fire any units, as Hawk could have been in a much better spot. 2 extremely low hit point bears. Demon Hunter Archmage now trying to run back the other way, getting in extra damage again. Water Elementals, bears, units are trying to run away once more. Mountain Giant gonna end up taking a little bit of slow damage here. Mountain Giant down to 1100 hit points. There are still mortar teams here, and the mortar teams can now just easily eat through many of those Moonwells. This third base is already up. Cannon towers up on high ground. Splash damage is going to be a big issue as the Dryads are not going to be able to do nearly as much. New Ancients of Lore are getting added in. Let's take a look at this. Tree of Eternity could get taken down very fast. Archmage, does it going to drop anything here as the mortar teams are pretty much all exposed? And there goes a Fork Lightning finishing off multiple units. Naga Sea Witch going to try and engage here. Sorceresses are back over here and trying to redefine all of the lines as the mortar teams are all dead. 52 supply compared to 50 as Hawk ends up losing much more than he bargained for, but mass detonation happening as well. All right, that mass detonation towards the end, 5 or 6 extra Wisp just getting lost. Archmage has level 2 Brilliance Aura, giving extra mana to the Sorceresses and Priest. No sign of a tech to tier 2. Well, nope, sign of tech to tier 2 once again at the Town Hall as the units are trying to be re-established. Naga Sea Witch and Demon Hunter both sitting at level 5. Healing Ward drop is going to be an absolute big deal. But I think the big problem right now is that the expansions, well, are nearly mined out. You can take a look at this. 3 minutes here. This has maybe, 8 minutes of mining. It is going to come down to that third base, and it is already well established here. Also, another thing to note is that cannon towers actually have fortified armor. If you did not know that, cannon towers have fortified armor, not the heavy armor, making it so that the Dryads and Demon Hunter, the heroes, are actually going to be dealing significantly less damage as well. All right, once again, making a bit of a play back over. You're going to see some of those wisps getting taken down. This is a major rifle caster entanglement as we're looking at, well, all of this damage come across. Fork Lightning making its way over. Water Elemental should actually just be trying to stay apart in the back here. Let's take a look at it. Down to 147, down to 70. Is it going to end up falling? Water Elemental, Tree of Eternity down to 113. Naga Sea Witch, Fork Lightning finishes off multiple wisps. Scroll of Town Portal, not enough. All right, Hawk down to 53 supply. Constant repairing on that Tree of Eternity. It's going to try and make the long trek off to the other side of the map here, as we still have a bit of mining going down. Naga Sea Witch sitting at level 4. Archmage going to make its way over as well. Naga Sea Witch should perhaps be backing, or sorry, Archmage should be backing up to give that Naga Sea Witch all of the experience possible, as the Gargantuan Sea Turtle will end up falling, giving a rather useful item, but there's no room on that unit as of yet. Archmage makes its way back over. It is going to be Claws of Attack +9. That's most likely going to be staying on that Sea Witch, as the Sea Witch now has, well, only +9 attack. All right. Spellbreakers joining in. Riflemen, 1-0 upgrades. Going up against Dryads with 1-0 upgrades. Mountain Giants are here as well. We are once again nearly mined out here. No mining happening here. This gold mine, only 45 seconds left, as we're going to be looking at the Demon Hunter makes its way off an Arcane Tower. Oh, this is a big issue. Demon Hunter going to try and take down this tower here. Cannon Tower dealing a bit of damage as well. Let's take a look. Archmage trying to run over, and this is going to be the important battle. If Hawk can hold on to this Cannon Tower and deal enough damage, that is going to be tremendous. Meanwhile, Water Elemental's damage going across back and forth as the Cannon Tower still trying to shoot its way through. Riflemen going to be forced to back up here. Sorceresses and, well, bears, everyone's still fighting around here. The lives are drawn, but this one extra cannon tower onto the side causing major problems. Spellbreaker still trying to back up constantly, as the Archmage is now currently out of mana. Scroll of Healing should be used. There's a lot of, well, there was a lot of low hit point units, though. Rifleman did not get that a little bit of bonus, as the Cannon Tower gets in more damage again. Demon Hunter now, well, chasing after these Spellbreakers all the way to the back. Archmage showing up to the party. More damage coming through. Spellbreaker going up against the Demon Hunter, as the unit is going to end up, well, making its way back out. Naga Sea Witch wants to make its way over and saves the last remaining units. Hawk, under the cover of this 90 to 111 damage Cannon Tower, takes that battle. Healing Ward now in position, trying to refresh this group. Colorful needs to reconsider his options, as we're looking at the Spellbreaker now trying to make its way over. Are we going to see damage or perhaps disruption onto that one Healing Ward? There you go, getting taken down, as the Demon Hunter continuing to battle it up. Spellbreaker is going to try to join in on the fight. Dryad going to easily get taken down, giving level 6 to the Sea Witch. All right, are we going to get what, Monsoon or Typhoon placed down here, as the Demon Hunter going to be able to get healed back up by that one Healing Ward? All right, there's that Monsoon. It is randomly picking up and throwing up units. Damage is being done. Demon Hunter now trying to make its way back out, as the units, or the Monsoon is actually making its way to the wrong side of the map. That Monsoon was not nearly as effective, as it was not being controlled properly. Staff of Preservation saves, only to see the Mountain Giant teleport to the Tree of Eternity behind enemy lines. All right, one tree too far, as the units are still trying to damage and battle it up. Archmage now sitting at level 6 goes for, well, perhaps mass teleport invisibility on a Rifleman to save, as the damage is still adding through. Fork Lightning coming across again. We still have a Scroll of Healing right there. It could be used. Spellbreakers, Demon Hunter, Spellbreakers, are we going to get us around onto the Demon Hunter? Demon Hunter now down to 641 hit points, trying to run back, run away every which way. Damage is starting to add back up again, as, well, there's a taunt, as the Mountain Giant's trying to engage again. All right, damage still adding through. Oh, Metamorphosis on the Demon Hunter, as he sees, you know what, I do not want to stick around. And I guess the counter to Metamorphosis is mass teleport. Just don't even bother being there. Archmage, low on mana. He will need a clarity potion of his own. Using that right now. Mining is happening right now, as we are looking at another expansion coming in from Hawk, more as a precautionary measure as well. Rifleman is in position to see. Dropping a Water Elemental. Units are going to try to head back and heal. There's an invisibility, and, well, we are looking at the timing. Metamorphosis, the Demon Hunter, is not going to be able to stick around all that long. And once the metamorphosis is over, I think the advantage, the advantage still belongs to Colorful because of the economic advantage. However, the army size advantage. However, in 2.5 minutes, the mining will be coming to an end. Mass teleport coming down. Where's it going to go? Going to go ahead and show up to the party. There's a lot of feedback damage coming through. And here you have it. Naga Sea Witch picking up an extra tome of intelligence, trying to get more of that damage again. All right, mobility is key in any battle, and the Archmage able to pick up and pretty much be anywhere on the map in a moment's notice, causing some major problems. As you see, the Druid of the Claw suffering a lot of damage before it was able to teleport back. Moonwell off over here. That is a full Moonwell of a high priority target if you are not being challenged and there is no fight going on. Wisp going to be coming in from the back. That is going to be a big deal, as all of these Wisps are going to be able to find detonation onto the Archmage. Archmage does not have enough for a teleport. There's that detonation now, causing so many problems. And anytime your caster army all of a sudden loses so much of their advantage, that does cause problems. Demon Hunter still going after some Spellbreakers again. Should be able to finish that off. There it goes. Archmage getting choked up on a sheep. That sheep now choking up the Demon Hunter. And all of a sudden, just the critters on the map causing so many problems. Fork Lightning not really even getting forked at all, as the Demon Hunter now looks to back away. Spellbreakers are in that front line location. Demon Hunter there as well. Many of the bears are just too far back, and this is a rather interesting choke point. Fork Lightning coming across. Demon Hunter could be in trouble. Staff of Preservation saves, as the caster should really be going after the bears, doing that again. Archmage going to go ahead and try and teleport out, but Monsoon picks it up. Monsoon, all of a sudden, Archmage unable to do very much. Going to turn back around, finishing off some extra bears, though, as we're looking at the Archmage still looking to fight. Bears coming back away. Bears going to take a lot of damage. There's that Monsoon. It is not following the battle at all, as the units are now making their way over. Demon Hunter still coming there. Naga Sea Witch should not even be trying to cast Monsoon, as that is a channeled spell, and she is currently out of the fight. All right, Rifleman going to get taken down. Mountain Giants still fighting their way through, going to perhaps be able to eat through some of the Archmage. This is still a battle. Hawk down to 51 supply compared to 66. Dryad, this is actually a favorable spot all of a sudden, as the Demon Hunter gets into a Metamorphosis and gets the extra hit points. All of a sudden, healing back up 500 hit points, as, well, the units need to retreat back again. Archmage, what is he going to do? Trying to fight back the other side. Druid of the Claw could end up getting taken down. Nope. Staff of Preservation saves again, as we're looking at only a handful of casters. Teleport trying to get underway. Archmage able to teleport out of a tight spot. The bear, a lone bear here, eating through that town hall, as the Archmage needs to heal back up. Clarity Potion, Scrolls of Regeneration, but Hawk is now seriously in trouble. With that said, Colorful does not have any mining going on whatsoever. If this game continues to go long, the economic advantage of this gold mine should start to tip things in favor of Hawk. However, well, let's take a look at the Spellbreak. We're going to go ahead and try to battle this up here, and this one Town Hall will get taken down. Archmage is actually in serious trouble, has no easy way to get out of this spot here, as Mass Detonation going to come across. As long as this Archmage doesn't have mana, this is going to be a bad spot for Hawk to be in. All right, continuing the fight through. Sorceresses trying to battle it up. Tree of Eternity bringing up the rear, saying, you know what, I want this gold mine, I want this gold, and perhaps I want this game. 48 supply. There's the Mass Teleport coming across. Is it going to be able to save any units? Yes, it does, but it is a fraction of its former self. Tree of Eternity gonna start to entangle this gold mine once more. One cannon tower is all that is here. Archmage sitting at level 6. This is a keep. You can call to arms. Perhaps more peasants should be brought over to try and do this last bit of defense. Meanwhile, let's take a look. Naga Sea Witch is going to make its way over, and the Staff of Preservation, really the overall benefactor in this game so far. More priests are still getting added in to this fight. We're going to be taking a look. One cannon tower there. Bears are going to be leading the charge. Where are the bears? Bears are a little bit slower than the Naga Sea Witch and the Demon Hunter and the Dryads, as the units now trying to make their way over. All right, in comes the damage. Archmage needs to hold the line here. Why wasn't Hawk already in position for a favorable matchup, getting in more damage under the cannon tower? I do not know. He wanted to stay close to his production buildings, but if he lost any of these two locations, he would be in trouble. Naga Sea Witch gets up to level 6 as well. multiple level 6 heroes out on the board, but it looks like Colorful's army is just going to be too much, and Hawk will be throwing in the GG. There it is. A beautiful game between Colorful and Hawk. Hawk obviously mining more gold and having more resources, but still end up losing. You can see the difference in the gold mined. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.